I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's another 5 years.
It's at least till through September.
Well,
that's my prediction.
Uncle Joe's doing a good job, man. 32 million in vaccinations delivered already, month one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
Well, it's not like he did it. I mean, it was already in the process. It's already in the pipeline.
Well, I think what they can take credit for is these mass inoculation centers now. So here's what they did, which is brilliant too.
Yeah.
They just looked around the country and said, who's doing it the best? And it was West Virginia and LA County. What are they doing?
Yeah, let's just do that.
Kind of similar? Great. Tell everyone else to do that.
Yeah.
Like, yep, that's how it works.
It's not that hard, guys.
But I think he's going to hit his goal. I mean, he did say $100 million by April 1st, right? So I think he's going to hit his goal. Which would be great because then we're going to have $100 million and like probably $50 million. So you're almost halfway through the population.
Welcome to the show, Jason Bible, Robert Orfino, Texas Real Estate Radio Network. A little Tesla update.
Sure.
So they think the Roadster is going to be ready a year sooner.
Yeah.
So I immediately was like, all right, let's see if they're still taking pre-orders. And they are. So I'm going to go ahead and put an order in probably.
So you're not going to get the S, you're going to get the Roadster.
I'm just going to get the Roadster. Go straight for it. Because it'll be another.
And that's $200K?
It's $200K, yeah.
So you're in $300,000 into Elon's world.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
So, but they take a $5,000 credit card payment, and in 10 days they want another 45 G's. So it's a $50,000.
Wow.
So I'll probably do it in the next month or two. But
wow.
I'm totally just going to order. I was sitting there watching. They had since that big update last week, they went back and I looked at some of the stuff that's happened over the last month or so, and the guy over at Engineering Explained. He basically said his guess is 0 to 60 in 1.1 seconds, which is like funny car, dragster, fat. Like no normal human has ever driven a car that's that fast. Right. So it's, which they've said, even the one, and I'm not going to get the one with the SpaceX technology in it, that the rocket boosters, because the one thing they had said is in order for them to put the rocket boosters in, along with the cold fusion tanks, they're going to take out those little back seats, and I need those back seats just to throw crap back there.
Yeah,
so, anyways, I just said screw it. I'm just going to get a Roadster. I have a Cybertruck and a Roadster, and probably some. I won't keep the Tundra because I'm going to have a truck.
You got to trade that in.
Yeah, so I'll get like a 4Runner or something like that. Yeah. You know, some little SUV. But yeah, when they said, "Oh yeah, by the way, we think because I didn't think that was going to come out till 24, maybe 23, but now they're talking. Yeah, we think it's going to be sooner."
So I'm gonna build a nice little circle, cement little pad, a round pad that you can and it'll be raised.
Oh, so you just drive it up?
You can just drive it up every day and park it right there.
It's gonna be pretty cool. I don't know how many I thought I read they said they can do 10,000 a year. That seems high.
No, that's about right.
For a $200,000 car.
Yeah, but they're casting most of it, right? So.
Well, here's the interesting thing. I was reading through some of the stuff on Teslarati, and they said, you know what's nice is because the price point's so high that it's going to allow them to do a lot of like hand finish work. So they said, if you think the quality on the model, the new Model S and the model, particularly in Model 3 right now, and the Y is really good, they were like, it's going to, if they do it right, it's going to be really just blow you away. So, which is the intent of that car. He wants it to be the ultimate car, right? Yeah. And then I found an article that went through all of his old cars, and I didn't realize Elon is, I mean, I kind of knew he was a car guy.
Yeah.
But then when I saw what he used to own, I was like, oh no, he's a legit car guy.
Right.
Like driving Jaguar XKEs and all that. I mean, that's a really cool, I mean, he's owned some really cool cars. So anyways, Roadster's going to be ridiculous.
Well,
so I'm over the Model S. I want that Roadster.
We're all in on the Model Y. It took a while of convincing, but we're in on the Model Y.
Okay. What's the lead time? Are you guys going to wait till the new batteries?
4 to 6 weeks. No, we're not.
Okay.
We're going. So I'm selling that last house in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Nice big payday. We're going to take part of that and put a down payment down. So
buy that. Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll order it probably in the next 4 weeks.
Okay. So you have it like Q2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then where you want to put the charging stations in the back? Parking spots?
Whatever logistically is easier is what it's going to be. So it could be back corner for all I care. Right?
Well, our big electrical room's right over here, right?
So it'll probably be on that side entrance.
Okay.
Yep.
We got to do the covered parking thing back here too before.
We'll figure that out.
Somebody's got to call Joe Biden in the new Senate and say we really need our solar credits back.
Yes.
Because we want to put solar parking up, but we want the tax credits for it.
We can't do it without the credits.
Yeah, can't do it. And then when I was up on the roof, just randomly on the roof of the building, it's been the first time I've been on the roof of the building. We've owned this thing for like 8 months. So I get on the roof of the building, I'm walking around, I'm like, we got a lot of space in two sections for solar panels. A lot.
I got to finish the roof first.
Oh, that's true.
I got to do white coat. I'm going to do white TPO on there. And then once that's in, then we can do the solar.
We'll do the solar.
Yep.
Yeah, put a bunch of panels up there. That way, us and our tenants, when we're drawing down the electrical, it's just not going to cost us anything.
I think we don't have an emergency generator, but we can put one in.
There's a giant ATS back there, isn't there? I could have sworn we had an automatic transfer switch already.
There maybe the switch is there, but I'm not sure if the generator.
No, genset's not there, but I think there's an ATS in that room.
So I think we can put a small turbine back there, gas turbine.
Yeah.
Which qualifies for renewable credits versus like just a Gen X thing
big
you put in the back of the
diesel,
house. No, we'll do natural gas.
Okay.
Yep, and we'll have this thing tricked out in the next 2 years or so.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah, better be. The Model Y. So we're going with the Model Y, long range, blue, with full self driving, is
like 70 or something.
Yeah, it's 69.
Okay.
70,000. 79,000. Yep. It's 70 grand. But the Model 3 comparatively would have been like 66.
Yeah, 3G.
So there's only a 3G difference.
And the car's 50% larger on the inside.
It's larger, yeah. 68 cubic feet of storage.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So we're going to get that. That'll be full self-driving, safest car on the road. I'm like, be good.
So we're going to need to put in 2 panels. One on Ocean and the other one on Ray's Way. I'm going to need 2. We're going to need 2
down there.
We're going to need 2 places we can hook up. I mean, actually, it shouldn't be.
You just put it on Ray's.
Put it on Ray because it's
back from the water a little bit.
Yeah, but it's 220, right? It's just a 220.
Yeah, no, you
just
can
need
put
a 220 outlet.
You know what we'll do? We'll find out the house has the biggest panel box.
I bet Ray's does because it's a bigger.
Anyone who's got 150 or bigger, we can
just put a little panel box in.
A sub panel will be fine. Yep. Same thing in the house. We got to do. My house is like 220. My box.
Really?
Yeah. So that's huge.
And then the Corpus house it's got an RV. It was set up for an RV, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Corpus house for sure will get one. Yep.
Yeah. We got.
Well, it might be the Port Aransas house.
Oh, that's true. We put them in both.
Yeah.
Well, the other deal is a bunch of our mastermind folks are buying Teslas now.
Yes.
So when they go down, we're going to have multiples of these things. Actually, for Airbnb, it's a good idea, right? Because it's like we got
very good
we got chargers for EVs, guys.
Yep. Yeah. If we put a paid charger on there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, anyways, GM came out and said no electric. We're not selling any ICE cars after 2035. So that means no gas power cars after 2035.
Yep.
Which also means get your Corvette now because it's going to be an electric Corvette in 2035.
Yes.
Somebody told me the other day, we're like, well, Jason, I'm not going to be driving by then. He's an older guy. And I said, no, you don't understand. That means GM effectively said all innovation is switched to EVs.
Yep.
So you're not going to, and GM is not going to be the only one. So the innovation space for gas powered cars just died. So if I were you, unless you're a car enthusiast, like I'll give you a good example. This next GT3 RS that comes out, the new GT3 should be announced here next month or two. The next GT3 RS will be announced probably next year. If you're a car person and a car collector, go ahead and start talking to your Porsche dealer now and see if you can get on that wait list. They haven't opened up the list yet, but you can go ahead and buy that because that'll be the last gasoline-powered GT3 RS I bet they build. I think it'll be all electric from here on out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting because hey, we got 1 minute left. We're going to hear, but it's interesting to see who's going to be second because it looks like it was Volkswagen, right? Like whatever that group is. But it could be GM. If they're smart, GM did make some aggressive moves with Nikola, which didn't work out, right? But at least they were being aggressive on the stuff, and they have a piece of Lordstown. So they could be out there pushing it. Toyota has not.
Yeah, Toyota has not.
So they could be out there pushing it. So they could be aggressive on the stuff, and they have a piece of Lordstown. So they could be out there pushing it. 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 So they co
Which you want to talk about a company that could blow them out of the water overnight is Toyota. And not because of their size, because the engineering team that they've got at Toyota is amazing.
So it's always interesting to see who'll be second. And if with, again, Tesla, by 2025, they should be doing 5 million vehicles a year.
Yeah, which
is huge, right? Which gets you in the ballpark. Hey, guys, this is Robert and Jason. We're with Mr. Texas Real Estate. This is the Texas Real Estate Radio Network. Hang tight, guys. We're going to be back, and as always, we appreciate you hanging out and listening to us every night.
Yeah, or do I just go buy a used Model S?
You got to make a decision.
Yeah. Just for tooling around, from getting to here. I'm getting that Roadster. I'm getting that Roadster. Thing is insane.
Hey, guys, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, remember tonight only is our 2020 year in review and 2021 predictions for real estate investing and real estate market in general. We already have about 200 people signed up, so it's a webinar. Make sure you get on there, please. We are going to, because of the bandwidth and Wi-Fi and all that stuff, we probably won't have a chat. So you guys will do Q&A for Patreon members after that at 9 o'clock. So 7 o'clock tonight is our 2020 year in review and 2021 predictions. You can go right to anywhere. Go right to our webpage. You can go right to any of the meetup groups and go ahead and check it out and sign up. It's a Zoom. It should be pretty interesting. And boy, if we can just get another 2020 for 2021, and I think there's a possibility of that, that will be insane. We'll almost be done. I mean, personally, with all these little single families. So got to see how good it is and how good it's going to get. Make sure you sign on tonight and check us out. Yep. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Robert and Jason with Mr. Texas Real Estate. This is the Texas Real Estate Radio Network. Now, remember, if you guys want to reach out to us, if you guys want to join our mastermind, if you're looking to invest in a fund, or even just want to join our Patreon account, which is $25 a month, small membership there, text us at 281-401-9008, 281-401-9008. Remember, text, don't call, and no one will ever pick up.
so customer service friendly of you. So, maybe someday we'll have a lot. Nah, we never will. No, not really.
Well, we're getting our phone system soon, so there'll actually be numbers.
Phone system. That's
there are
great.
Sometimes a vendor needs to find us, and it's always like my wife's getting Spanish text at like 6:30 in the morning, and she's like, funny. I have no idea what this says. I was like, convert it. She's like, oh, I see HVAC in there. Hold on, let me send this over to this guy, right? So, well, phone lines might be good at some point.
It might be helpful.
Yeah, when you're doing a couple $100 million here.
I mean, a few $100 million we can spring some.
You do $25 million off your cell phone and have a lot out of a bag. Right?
That's,
not bad.
I you guys know if you followed my MacBook Air saga, I sent the brand new one back because the newest version came out, and then I just bought an Apple. Speaking of which, that TV that's in my office still needs to come down here because it's actually designed for here. And then I went on to Slick Deals today, and I found some 80-something inches for like $1,000. So I may put that. Anyway, so when we get all the stuff in the studio set up, we got to get the light situation fixed.
Well, if you're gonna buy an 80-inch, buy two.
You want one
too?
Put
on my wall too. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go look. They're $1,000, $1,500, something like that.
I don't need it.
Oh, you don't need it that bad.
I just bought a desktop, so I'm happy with that.
Oh, okay.
And I got the dual screens.
My, I think it's that TV. It works okay that I've got, but for some reason with the new Apple, it's acting a little squirrely.
Hey, Ron.
It'll be fine for here. But anyways, so I can't get rid of that MacBook Air. It's 7 years old. And it's probably done, I don't know, 200 million, 250 million in real estate transactions. It's a pretty amazing little deal. So we're, that thing keeps falling out of the ceiling for some reason.
Grab Ozzy for these.
It's a little cleanup here in the studio.
Yeah, I know. It's big week.
When's the CO?
This week.
It's this week? Okay.
It's this week, yeah.
So in any case, tonight, if you guys are available, 7 p.m. tonight, I'm doing the big, what we predicted last year.
When you've heard this, it'll have already happened.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
So how do
they
they
join Patreon and you'll get a recording of it.
Yeah, we are going to record it, This is we've got
For Patreon.
for Patreon.
For our membership, yep.
So for our membership, you guys can watch it. It'll be recorded. It is the most, I don't want to say it's the most attended thing we do. It certainly is in the first quarter.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple hundred people online that are watching. But I will tell you this, I've been right 7 years in a row, and it ain't going to stop anytime soon. So this is market predictions. Even when I predicted before COVID what was going to happen in 2020, absolutely happened. Real estate prices kept rising. Why do they keep rising? And we're going to talk all about that. We're going to talk about the folks who think there's a crash coming and how I think they're crazy. And I'm going to show you a ton of data. You guys are going to see a lot of charts, a lot of graphs, a lot of tables. And I'm actually going to start.
A lot of wonk.
Yeah, a lot of wonk. There you go. Yeah, policy wonks, if you guys are familiar with that term in D.C. So Rob is going to start the show off, and then I'll start. I'm actually going to begin at the end. And I'm going to show you what the end looks like, and then I'm going to build the case for why that is occurring and why you need to get into real estate. And a lot of people have asked me too, when is the next, let's not call it crash. There's going to be a downturn. When are things going to slow down?
Yeah.
An adjustment. And I'll explain to you when that's going to occur and how. But in any case, that's tonight at 7. If you go to mrtxre.com, you can sign up for our email list there, or you can go to Patreon and type in MRTXRE. Actually, it's Patreon.com/MRTXRE. And you can sign up. It's $25 a month, and you'll get the recording once it's all ready to go.
And a bunch of other stuff. We'll have some
we got a ton of stuff there.
Got classes coming up this month. Yep.
So it'll be a heck of a lot of fun. At least for me, I like going through all the data and the stories and all that. And I'll pull up my slides from last year and say, hey, guys, this is what we predicted last year, and this is what happened. I've actually thought about pulling up the annual market updates for the last 5 years and go through them. But I was like, that might be a little excessive because then we've got Q&A at 9.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 hours. It'll be 7 to 9, and then Rob is doing. Well, I'll stay on, but
yeah, we'll do the Q&A.
We'll do
for the
Q&A.
Patreon. Yep.
If you're on Patreon, we're going to do a Q&A for Patreon members only at 9.
We do that the first Monday of every month. As part of that, we also have classes, we have videos, and we have other things that we have. And people, really, what happens is we get deal review. Like guys, like, hey, and it's like I'm buying something in Fort Worth. It's like, okay, let's go through it.
Yeah, put it up.
Yeah, and we go through, and I gave this last time we did the Q&A. I did 45 minutes on guys one deal.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was like, hey man, is that worth the $25? It's like, yes,
yes, it was.
Yes.
So if you guys want us to do deal review,
yeah, we'll do
it's
that.
a
We're
whopping $25 a month.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we ought to do is charge up front or something for the whole year. It's
yeah, who knows?
$25 a month.
I know. We're not making any money from it, so it's. I'm not.
Man, this is what's going to pay for those Cybertrucks, man. That and the classes.
Yes, the Cybertrucks.
We got Cybertrucks in
order.
order.
We should talk a little bit about that. We mapped out our first quarter. January is January. We had a great January for money raising, and we're off to a great start in February already. So we're going to teach a class the last weekend of March, and for those of you that remember Right Path back in the good old days, before you went all Thane Merrill on everyone, you guys would do $1,000 weekend class, or maybe it was $1,500, which hands down was the best education in real estate I've ever seen.
Yes.
I've ever seen, right? And I've done it myself, and it was the best. And unfortunately, as an education business, kind of get into this. We're gonna talk about 5 years in the next segment here. But when I remember, and I was sitting in your office at that conference table, when we had a guy who did this at a very high level for very big names who are still out there hawking their crap, and he wrote on the board, you're basically the model for how these other guys do it.
Yeah, the real education model, right?
Which wasn't education at all. It was just hopes and dreams, keep getting them to come back.
The weekend seminar for these real estate gurus and trading gurus and all that is really a weekend-long sales pitch. That's really what it is.
Yeah, and what you guys had was straight-up education.
Yeah.
To the folks were coming from...
They were flying from all over the
country.
Other
groups, some fortune builder groups, all these guys saying, wow, this is what I needed to know.
Yeah.
And I thought there was a lot of merit to that. You just can't build an education company on that.
Yeah, so here's what happens. We would do a weekend seminar, $1,000 a head, $1,500 a head.
Yeah.
And we would teach them over 3 days how the whole business works.
Yep.
And then we'd say, who wants to sign up for our high-end coaching program? And they were like, no, we don't need
we're
it, man.
good. I got 5 years of implementation here.
Yeah, I got all this stuff I need to implement. So when you and I started working together, that's when I realized, I'm like, we're not doing a coaching program. We're doing a mastermind where we're going to teach you how to implement all this stuff.
Yes.
So our program is really an implementation. That's why I don't mind doing. So we're going to do a weekend-long class on money raising.
Yes. Pretty high-end class. And we'll talk a little bit more when we come back from the break here. This is Robert and Jason. We're with Mr. Texas Real Estate. This is the Texas Real Estate Radio Network. Hey, guys, check out our website. It's mrtxre.com. MR as in Mr. TX as in Texas. RE as in real estate.com. mrtxre.com. Be on the lookout there. We'll get a new one up there pretty quickly here, but all the information is up there. If you want to join the mastermind, there's an intake form. Fill it out. If you're looking to deploy capital in our fund or work with us on some other stuff, make sure you fill out that intake form, and Brian will be back to you. And then there's just a whole bunch of lot of information about me and Jason and what we're doing. So check out our website, mrtxre.com.
All right, here's what we need. Just did the math. We need 15 students a year to pay for the Cybertrucks for you and I for a year. So that's what we do. $2,500 a head. No, you don't want to do it that way?
We're going to pay for the Cybertrucks completely with 1 year's worth of classes.
Oh, so you want to do, okay.
We're doing one a quarter.
Oh, okay. We can do that.
And we have seating for 30.
Okay.
And I thought it would be fair to give 6 of those seats away to the mastermind, sort of first come, first serve. Mm-hmm. We're going to keep redoing it so they can pop in. So they'll get another $2,500 value right there.
Okay.
Actually, $4,000. And that leaves, 24, 25 seats in there. Mm-hmm. So 25 times 25 is...
So you need $160,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then just leave that in the checking account. And because we need those...
Yep.
What do they call them? We need those... what is he called? Enterprise account, whatever it is. We got to have.
Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. I like it.
Limited liability partnership.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll set that up, set a bank account up, and then we'll throw all our education money in there.
Yeah.
So if you want to know why Jason and I are coaching again, standing in front of the room and teaching this stuff, it's to pay off our Cybertrucks.
I don't want to pay for the Cybertruck.
Yeah, we don't want to pay for it. We want you guys to come in here, learn how to raise millions and millions of dollars, learn how to market for millions and millions of dollars, and the offshoot of that will be
pay for my Cybertruck.
Pay for our Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that a Is that a good deal? Let me show you how to save tens of thousands of dollars on one. Like, if you can raise your own private money, you will save tens of thousands of dollars on your first deal. All I want is for you guys to help me pay for Rob and I's Cybertruck. That's the scheme we got working today.
Yeah, we just have to do it every quarter and just run all that cash in there, and we'll have the Cybertruck paid off in 1 year. Ian brings back. Hey, we're back. We're just going to wrap up here our conversation on the classes that we're doing. And here's the deal. So we are always so very forthright. Like, we do this radio show for 2 reasons. We want you listening to bring us deals or bring us money. Yeah,
I'm not doing this to give back. I'll tell you that right now. No, I got other ways to give back.
I give back. I don't, but
we're not giving back here on the radio show. It's such BS.
Anyway. Don't be a hypocrite like those others in the temple.
Yeah, that's right.
Matthew 6:2, I believe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we don't need to get on a radio show to talk about how much we give back.
No.
Anyway, we're on a radio show to talk about how much money we want to raise and how we want to pay for our Cybertrucks.
That's right.
We're really transparent. Either you like that and appreciate it, or you don't, and we get it. So we're going to do classes this year. We're going to do 1 a quarter. And it's a pretty big deal. You'll come in around Friday night at 5. Mm-hmm. We'll do a little mixing, networking, cocktail hour, appetizer type deal. I don't think we'll sell any VIP nonsense or that stuff.
Yeah.
If there's something going on Friday night, we may go out to it. If not, you just get in your hotel room, come back, and get ready, boom, to take on the class. And there'll be a full day on Saturday and then a full day on Sunday.
Okay.
And typically I like to pay for breakfast on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we can sit down, have breakfast, and then get ready to go, right? So you'll get Friday night cocktails and appetizers and Sunday morning breakfast. Maybe we'll get some sponsors. You let us know. I think there's 12 or so people live right now on YouTube and probably another 20 on Facebook.
Is that Home Depot?
That is Home Depot. Hey, time us out a second.
Well, oh.
It's for this building.
Oh, okay. We got to take a quick pause here. Rob's got to answer the phone. We're only doing a gazillion dollars in construction. I think Rob just hired 3 crews in the last couple of days. So we're trying to get as much construction done as possible right now. So anyway, I don't know if we're... Here we go.
Sorry.
That's funny.
Guys. That's super important. Have to get that done.
All right. Good.
We're back.
All right. Want to bring us back in?
Sorry,
we had to take a little. We had to take a little Home Depot break.
Home Depot called. We got to get this material in. So.
Yeah, got to get it for this building in particular.
Anyway, let me know if you guys want us to bring in vendors to pay for lunch, because they'll do it. They'll come in. They're going to pitch whatever they're pitching. Yeah. I don't know if you want that or you don't want that.
I always get the. So for those of you who are really serious about buying, it's $2,500 to go to the class.
Yeah, we're gonna show you how to raise private capital of $2,500.
And then we'll do a marketing class. We'll do some other stuff. But do you guys want vendors to come in and pay for your lunch? Otherwise, you guys are going to do lunch on your own because Rob and Jason ain't buying lunch. You guys are buying us a Cybertruck. We ain't buying you lunch.
You got to get dinner. You get drinks and appetizers on Friday night and breakfast on Sunday. You guys are on your own for lunch, or I'm sure a title company or somebody will come in.
So if you guys want somebody to buy your lunch,
big banks we're working with will happily come in. Yep.
So if you want to hear a vendor pitch, let me know.
Right.
And we'll grab somebody. But otherwise, we don't plan on bringing anybody in to pay your lunch. So it's up to you guys. But
if you're on YouTube, your feedback, I'm watching right now, so your feedback will be very important.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to do, so, here's the deal, right? We're going to show you how to raise private capital. Mm-hmm. But it ain't going to work in 30 days, right? This is the long haul. This is if you're setting up a real business and really, doing syndications, or you're going to do some owner finance deals, or you're going to do turnkey rentals. This capital is a big, big hurdle. And, now 2 years into everything we've done, are we seeing the fruits of our labor, right? And so we want to help you condense that so it doesn't take 2.5 years, and it can take, less than a year.
Yeah.
Is fair, but 90 days is not fair.
If you're looking for short term, like if you're used to working with hard money lenders, nothing wrong with hard money lenders.
Right.
But if you're looking to shave off some points in interest and fees, finding one private lender will save you tens of thousands of dollars in that first deal.
Yep.
And then if you can find somebody that'll do long term, like 2 or 3 years, you can buy a lot of these properties with nothing out of pocket. Mm-hmm. And then wait and refinance them into a long-term loan. And then you've got that private lender you can hit up again for the next deal, right? Like I will tell you, it is game-changing. If you can do marketing and you can do raising money, like that's 90% of this business. Yep. Assuming you know how to rehab a house.
Yeah, right. Assuming you know the other bits. Yep.
Yeah, it's 90% of the business is just buying it with financing that makes sense.
If your capital's cheap enough, you can hire the really expensive contractors, right?
That's true.
You don't have to worry about it. Yep.
Yeah, you can hire the higher end,
you don't have
investor-friendly guys.
Right, you don't have to worry about painting it yourself and all that other stuff, right?
So anyways, it's going to be a great class. I don't even know if we have the Eventbrite link up. We probably don't.
No, we'll get it up there. But it'll be the last weekend in March, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. Real deal.
Yeah.
Look, you guys know we're very transparent. We're wide open on this stuff. We'll just share how we've done it, how we've raised 20-something million in the last year. Mm-hmm. And we've got a big goal ahead of ourselves for 2021. Yeah. Right? So
we got to do 50 million this year.
Yes.
So it's we got
12 million coming up pretty quickly here.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys are interested in that class, if you're listening to the radio show and you're like, hey, how do I get some info on the class? Just go to mrtxre.com, mrtxre.com. You can sign up for our email list there, or they can text you.
281-401-9008. 281-401-9008. Just text class or private money class or something like that, and we'll get you a link. There's limited seating. We're only going to do 25.
Yeah, this is not 100 people in a.
We're not going to do that. It's 25. We're going to do social distancing. We're going to work with individuals. We want you. There's going to be homework prep before you come. It's the real deal, guys. It's a real business class. You know, it's an intensive, just like any of these other groups out there, right?
Yeah, this is
Stanford University. Well, I'm not saying we're as good as Stanford University, but when they put on hey, this is a weekend intensive, it's $5,000, you know.
It's a weekend executive seminar.
Yes.
Right. This is not a, hey, let's play some music and run up and down the hallway and tell everybody their dream board. Like, we're not doing that nonsense, right? You can do it. None of that. This is a hardcore, this is like a real business class, what professionals should be in. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll take it from if you're a brand new investor all the way up to an experienced investor, it'll be something for everybody in there. But this is a professional seminar. You know, we're not going to have platitudes and silly quotes and you can do that. None of that nonsense. It's like, all right, step one, this is how you raise money. All right. So then we'll move syndications and funds. And it's going to be a class that really, like I said, that professionals are going to want to be in, or folks who hope to be professionals in this business. So if you're looking for the motivational, happy hoo-ha, you can do it, everybody can do it, you know, it doesn't matter your circumstances, and, you know, clapping and playing the music, and, you know, we'll have a special speaker that comes in to motivate you. That is not what this class will be. That one. Yeah, big lights and yeah. You know, where like we'll keep the doors closed and then
Business
you run
mastery.
in. Yeah. Rob tagged me in a Tony Robbins post like 2 years ago, and it was Tony Robbins Business Mastery. There's all these people singing and dancing, and you can do it. And so he tags me. He goes, "Jason, this is what your MBA program was like, right?" And I'm like, I don't think I heard one note of music in my 2 years there. So, in any case, this is a class for adults. It really is.
Yep.
It's a class for adults.
Yeah. So again, Texas 281-401-9008 class or whatever it is, 281-401-9008. You guys are going to get slammed over the next 60 days with this stuff anyway. So you can be early, or you can wait to the last, it's 20 seats, 25 seats.
25 seats.
We'll see.
Yep.
We come back, I'm going to definitely talk about 5 years.
Okay.
Because I want to get that audio down.
Oh, that's right. We've got, we're supposed to be doing stuff for our book right now. We have it written up on the board. That's one for the book, isn't it?
This is for the 90-second video.
Oh, okay. Your 90-second
video.
video.
You motivated me.
You saw that video.
That was very good. Yep.
I got a new video out, and I'm going to send it out on the email today.
Nice.
For our webinar tonight, my market predictions, and I think you guys are going to like it. It's all about time. You've heard the story before. So now Rob is motivated to do his own 90-second video.
Well, not my own, but for us, yeah. Hey, guys, we'll be back.
Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be just me. I thought it'd be both of us in there.
No, it's fine. We're in the videos. It's all no. That's not where I'm at. I want to do one mastermind focused.
Oh no, I think we absolutely need to do that.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Robert and Jason with Mr. Texas Real Estate, and we are the Texas Real Estate Radio Network. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate you guys hanging out, whether you're listening on the radio or a podcast or watching us live when we record this on YouTube or Facebook. We certainly appreciate your attention, and we try and hopefully deliver. And I want to talk to you a little bit, start this, I want to talk a little bit about what you need to do and why we've built this mastermind. And there's a lot of ways to make money in real estate, and there's even more ways that people tell you how you can make money in real estate. But what it really comes down to is making wealth, right? You've got to be about wealth creation. And here's what our mastermind simply asks. If you're between the ages of 35 and 60, And if you're younger than 35, well, you're too smart for me, and nothing I teach you is going to work, right? So you're already too smart if you're 28 years old. But I'm saying at 35, you, or 35 to 60 years old, at some point in that range, you've got to carve out 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to take 5 years and dedicate yourself to creating wealth. Now, I know who you are. Jason and I, we know who our target market is. You're smart. You went to college. You have a good job. You're probably making 6 figures or more. You've got decent credit. Probably have a family. You've got kids. All those things are what's taking up your daily life. We get it. Right now, your biggest thought is, how do I get my laundry done? Did the lawn guy come? What's for dinner? Do I have to stop at the supermarket to pick up food? And will I have any time to spend with my kids or my wife today? That's your biggest thing. That's what's on your head every single day. And we're asking you to stop and for 5 years to take some really acute focus your attention, and go out and get 10 properties. And you can do that over 5 years. Again, you're making 6 figures. These guys, they work in, the oil industry. They work in medical. They're professionals. They're other entrepreneurs. They own businesses.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to stop for 5 years, and you've got to focus on building wealth. It would be better if you did it in your 40s, but you still can do it in your 60s. In that 5 years, you're going to have to give some things up, right? You're going to have to miss some soccer practices, maybe miss a Little League game or a dance recital, because you're going to have to focus on getting 10 properties. Now, the process of getting it is really simple. It's getting your focus and your resources pointed in the right direction that's incredibly difficult. And we've put a mastermind together, a group of like-minded individuals to help you focus. Because once you're through that 5 years and you have 10 properties, and 10 properties could be 20 doors, all producing $300, $400, $500 a month, that's an extra $10,000 a month for the rest of your life. And if you even go a step further and take half, sell half, and pay off the other half, then you may have 10 to 12 doors, all producing $12,000 to $15,000 a month for the rest of your life off a free and clear asset that's probably worth around $2 million. That's wealth. That's reoccurring revenue produced off of your wealth. This is what we're talking about, and it takes about 5 years. And here's the alternative, Jason. The alternative is you're relying, and you work for a big company. Again, you're smart. You went to college. You have a good job. You make a lot of money. Relatively speaking, right now what you're doing is the most productive generation in your family's history. You made more than your father. You make way more than your grandfather. This is it. And what do you choose to do for your future? You allow Sally to come down from HR, and you fill out your form once a year, and she tells you what box to pick, and that's the 401k thing you're going to do. And then you forget about it for 15 years. Mm-hmm. And you think at the end of 15 years, I should have millions of dollars. And you got $400,000. You barely made 6% on your money, if you're lucky. Because you let HR, one form, 10 years ago, dictate your future. Join our mastermind. Take 5 years out. Create your own wealth. This is critical. We are in the best market in the entire country to do this. And after 5 years, you can go back to doing whatever you want to do. You can make all those Little League games. You can make all the dance recitals. But you're going to be set up. Your children are going to be set up. This is generational wealth. Or you can keep growing. You can go get 30, 40, 50 properties. But the first thing you have to do, listen to me. Hey, stupid, it's 10 houses. You got to go get them. Once you got them, then the world changes for you.
That's it. It's perfect. It's no more difficult than that. It's buying 10 houses.
And it takes 5 years.
It takes about 5 years.
Yep, that's it.
Some fast, some faster, some slower, but at the end of the day, it's just 10 houses.
It's mind-blowing. You know, I used to go to all those RIA clubs, right? And we talk about it all the time. There's maybe 5% people there who have actually done it and succeed, and they're there maybe to pick up a deal or two, or just because they were asked to come, right?
Yeah.
And there's 95% desperation in that room. And it reeks.
Yeah.
And the most horrible conversations I've had, and I can remember almost all of them. I remember one woman in California came up to me and said, I've been forced to retire. I'm 63 years old. I'm not sure what kind of job I can get. And I have $60,000 that I have to make work. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, you can't. That's not going to work.
Yeah. I was like, I don't have an answer for you. She's like, if I join and start doing wholesaling, because I was teaching wholesaling at the time, will this work for me? I'm like, it probably won't.
Yeah.
Not for you, because you've got all this fear on you. The best I told her was go become an agent.
Yeah.
Just become a real estate agent. But she looked at me, and after 62 years of working her ass off, she's got nothing.
Yes.
There's absolutely nothing there. She didn't have a bad job. She had money. She lived well. She lived on the west side of L.A. Everything good. But all of a sudden, she woke up and realized between my retirement fund, my Social Security, and everything else I have, I can't make it.
Yep.
And I only have $60,000 to play with. What do you do?
And you're unemployed.
So
it's that classic quote, sometimes tomorrow becomes never.
Yeah.
Sometimes tomorrow becomes never. So here you are, you're waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's like, I'll get to it. I'm like, you're 62, 63. It's going to take 5 years, and you don't have much capital. That's the problem. You don't have much capital. If you had just started 5 years sooner.
Right.
If you had just started 5 years sooner, you wouldn't be in this spot.
No, you'd have $10,000 a month cash flow.
Yeah. Sometimes tomorrow becomes never, which is crazy. I mean, you flat out run out of time. Not only that, it's like this conversation my dad and I keep having. He's like, son, I get it. You got the eye of the tiger, but he's like, Rob is not going to be doing this forever. I was like, no, he's got 3 years, Dad. 3 years and some
34
change.
months.
And he said, at some point, you're just like, hey, I don't want to run this hard anymore.
Right.
So it's not even you're medically retired, which happens a lot. People don't realize this. Getting medically retired, meaning you just physically can't work anymore. Even if you're sitting behind a computer, it's like sometimes you just run out of juice, right? So the fascinating thing is some people think, oh, I can work till I'm 80. No, that's not everybody gets blessed with that, right? So tomorrow sometimes becomes never. And you've got to keep that in mind. It's like, well, I'll do that tomorrow, maybe next year. Well, there might be a real estate crash in 3 years, and I don't want to get. And it's like, no, you don't understand. You've got to work on your timeline.
Yes.
And your timeline, if you're not progressing to that point where you can build something, then you might as well it's just never going to happen. Either you're going to start now or you're not.
Right.
Oh, I'll get to it in a couple years from now. Well, that might be too late for you.
And that's the problem. It just keeps getting pushed out and pushed out and pushed out, and you wake up and you're like, man, I got to go take. Jason, we are putting out a $18 an hour job to help on our construction side. Mm-hmm. I'm getting PhDs applying for that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
PhDs in what?
They're done. They did a 1090. They were the EI, right?
Yeah.
Ran their lives, and now they have nothing. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why are you applying for this? Engineers. I can't tell you how many engineers that have been kicked out of the oil world are now applying for an 18-hour an hour job. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah. Well, the joke is, if you look at the oil and gas guys out there, the joke is, dear God, give me $100 a barrel of oil, and I promise not to spend it all like I did last time. And it's like,
right.
So you know what? Let me go on. I'll go on a little oil rant. How much time do we have? Oh, we're dead.
I mean, we're rolling still, but.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe that's the end of the show. Remind me tomorrow. Let's do a whole thing on oil and gas, because I've got an interesting perspective I think a lot of people miss in having a career in oil and gas.
Yeah, we'll cover it tomorrow. Thanks, man.
I didn't know we went way over.
He's got that 3 minutes he can cut.
Oh, okay. That's a good mastermind segment. I just let you go.